Imagine this. I sit at work in front of a computer all day, just to afford sitting at home in front of a computer all night. As an adult, you can literally do whatever you want, and somehow I always end up just wanting to go home. I never realized how short a month is until I started paying rent. I'm so afraid of commitment that whenever I choose a default app to open a file, I always pick just once instead of always. Food doesn't really go bad, something just starts eating it before you do. If Google Maps added 5 minutes to every time estimate, millions of people would suddenly start being on time. We put clocks in our phones so we wouldn't need to look at watches. Now we put phones in our watches so we don't need to look at our phones. It's crazy that there's this giant thing in the sky all the time and we're not supposed to look at it. I wish I were a little kid again so I could take a long nap and have everyone be proud of me. I'd never lick my dish sponge, but I happily rub it all over the things I eat out of. I don't appreciate the time when I don't have a cold nearly as much as I should. Students are stereotyped as lazy, but I worked 10 times harder as a student than I do in my career now. Hundreds of people can spend thousands of hours making something, just for me to watch 2 minutes of it on YouTube and say, ugh, never mind. There exists some finite set of actions that could make me a millionaire in a day. I just have no idea what they are. Beatboxers must be really good at describing the exact noise their car makes when they bring it to a mechanic. I spent my early 20s trying to get new games to run on old computers, and I've spent my late 30s trying to get old games to run on new computers. If you're lonely, dim the lights and put on a horror movie. After a while, it won't feel like you're alone anymore. I am more responsible with resources in video games than I am with resources in real life. Facebook's suggested friends is basically a list of people I've been avoiding my entire life. If someone says they're dumb, I assume they're smarter than they think. But if someone says they're smart, I assume they're dumber than they think. An unlimited minutes phone plan still only gives you 44,640 minutes in a month, at best. If someone forgets to clear the timer on the microwave, after 3 minutes it really should just go back to showing the time. I turned 18 half an hour ago. I've now spent 100% of my adult life on YouTube. You know you're in trouble if your favorite band comes to visit you in the hospital. If organized crime started printing high-quality counterfeit college textbooks and selling them cheaply, it would actually be a pretty good public relations move. If you had $1 for every year in approximately 13.4 billion years, you still wouldn't make the top 50 on the Forbes list. In a 500-day period, I could theoretically meet someone, get married, have a baby, and get divorced, and still be using the same box of Q-tips. We live in a world where lemonade is made from artificial flavoring, and furniture polish is made from real lemons. I can't believe frying pans and pots still don't have standardized detachable handles. One handle fits all, and storage becomes so much easier. I'm not scared of a computer passing the Turing test. I'm terrified of one that intentionally fails it. Got an imagine this thought of your own? Leave it in the comments. The best ones might be featured in the next video with your name. That's enough thinking for today. Subscribe to Imagine This.